What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, know that this channel is about giving you the education, the knowledge, the resources, the skills, the strategies, the tools to build your best self and your best life. Today I'm going to go ahead and launch a new Sunday series about everything I learned in the week leading up. I'm a super firm believer in the fact that a day without learning is a day lost. I'm also a firm believer that life only has to teach you the same lesson until you get it, right? And it's up to you how many times, how many struggles, how many challenges it takes for you to get it. So if life throws me a challenge, throws me a struggle, throws me something that's unfair or annoying, and I lean on a strategy of just getting rid of it, of forgetting about it, of this, of that, then what I did is I just wasted an entire struggle without learning the lesson, which means life's gonna have to recycle that lesson and throw it back in my path at some point in the near future, trying to get me to learn what I need to learn. I mean, this is like the equivalent of you driving along the road in your car, getting a flat tire on a nail, pulling the nail out and throwing it God knows where, replacing your tire and continuing to drive and 10 feet forward, hitting the nail again, the same exact nail. And then you're so angry that you rip it out again, throw it God knows where, and you replace your tire and you spend your time doing that, and then you drive forward 10 more feet and you hit the same exact nail. That nail is going to cause a problem as long as it is not dealt with, as long as it is not processed and put where it needs to be put. As long as a problem comes your way and you just shoo it, it can go anywhere. And where's it going to go? Right back in your same damn path. So when you get flat tires during the week, pull the nail out, analyze it, and put it in your freaking glove compartment. Write it down in a journal, pack it away somewhere so that it doesn't cause a threat in the future. Because even if you don't want this for you, life wants you to be a better version of yourself. It's going to continue to populate your journey through life with the challenges and struggles that you need to learn what you need to learn and become that better version of yourself. Moral of the story here is use a one and done strategy. Take the challenge, take the obstacle, take the struggle, process it, analyze it, extract the lesson from it the first time, or continue to deal with the same thing every single time over and over and over and over and over. That's not efficient, that's not effective, that's not fun, that's annoying. Dude, level up as fast as you can. This is like a freaking video game. Some people make the same mistake in every single level, and instead of analyzing the mistake they made, analyzing where they fall off the cliff, analyzing why they got killed by a dinosaur, I don't freaking know, they just walk right back into the same world with the same level of preparation and have the same issue over and over and over again. Extract the lesson and move forward. Continue to level up by learning things the first time, one and done, one and done. I'm not going to give that whole spiel every single week just this week because we're getting started, but I'm going to tell you one thing I learned each day of this week, and I'm going to continue to do that every single week on Sundays. This past Sunday was a pretty routine day for me. Big lesson number one is that chaos is counterproductive, and I'm going to remove that chaos by pre-deciding and predetermining the little details of my week. It's so much easier to focus and allocate your focus on things that matter to you instead of getting caught up spending extra time in your closet figuring out what outfit fits better or what should I have for dinner tonight, blah, blah, blah. I actually cut down the amount of time I'm spending on making those tiny decisions from probably 3 cumulative hours a week to 30 minutes on a Sunday night. Monday again was not a day where I learned something entirely new, but it reinforced something I've been learning. What I'm learning is that I don't want to play any game but the long game in any aspect of my life. I want to play the long game with my relationships. I want to play the long game with my health and fitness. I want to play the long game with my finances. I'm starting to see how all of these get rich quick, get skinny quick, get booed up quick, blah, blah, blah. Those are all empty or at least temporary strategies. And I don't want to play the short game. 6 months ago, my goal was just to change my circumstances, but to change things quickly and permanently. And those two things don't really go hand in hand. Quickly and permanently do not go hand in hand the same way sustainable and the short game don't go hand in hand. I just don't want to play the short game. This Tuesday taught me that I am far too quick to determine how I'm going to use an opportunity that is in front of me. I'm talking about an opportunity with no time pressure. When that is the case, I need to make sure that I default to strategy and make sure that it's my strategic mind that is determining how to use that opportunity than defaulting to excitement, and that it's my excited mind that's determining how to use that opportunity. Because I have an opportunity that I probably could have spent in a better way or with better people if I had defaulted to my strategic mind instead of my enthusiastic mind. Now this Wednesday taught me that I need to keep a more watchful eye over my old tendencies that even though I thought I eradicated them, I thought I obliterated them, I thought I overrode them with good habits or good thoughts or good everything, I need to keep a watchful eye over how I'm doing on those things and realize that there are times that they might creep back in, and I need to be prepared to manage them in those moments. The situation that I'm thinking of in particular, the tendency that I'm speaking about, is caring what other people think. It's way easier for me to not care about the opinions of people I know than it is to not care about the opinions of total strangers. I haven't really unpacked that one yet or figured out why that's the case, but I definitely felt that tendency creep back in a random gym in the middle of Chicago with people I don't know and I'll never see again. I need to understand that those tendencies I've leaned on for years and years and years, involuntarily or voluntarily, are innate in me, and so they're not gone. I didn't completely eradicate them yet in 5-6 months. What I did is put them in a state of dormancy, and I need to understand that the right conditions could cause them to creep back up, could cause them to surface again, and I need to be prepared to manage them when that happens. This Thursday taught me that if I want to be someone who's accumulating huge wins, I need to start by accumulating small wins. Now, I'm someone who never had a problem having a vision. I just had a problem actualizing my vision, as I simply didn't identify as an executor. I didn't think it was a skill that I had, and so I never executed on anything, on any of my visions or ideas. This week, I had a vision for a certain photo that I was going to take, and some of you may have seen it. I put it on my Instagram. It was literally just a picture of me meditating in front of some windows in Chicago, some windows that I thought were cool. And that photo required me to move massive pieces of furniture all over the room many, many, many times to make it look like the room was open. It required me to prop up the same camera I'm filming on now on a bunch of different things, you know, resistance bands and books and makeup and a bunch of random things that I had with me on the trip. It required me to do many, many test runs and figure out how to use the timer on this camera, and I actually busted my ass trying to do that one time. And there's actually a really funny photo of me that I already deleted, otherwise I would have included it in here, slipping and falling when the timer went off, trying to sit down before the 10 seconds was up and pose the picture perfectly. Long story short, I had a vision at, let's say, 8 a.m. and by 8:30 I had the photo I wanted. I had executed on my vision. So my lesson there was to know what I want to accomplish in big ways and start by accomplishing it in small ways. Friday reinforced something for me that we've honestly all been learning about since probably preschool, but it's that idea that what you say about them says more about you than it does about them. And I have to admit, there are some things in my life right now that I'm pretty salty about. And thus far, I've kind of associated my well-informed, well-presented saltiness with being right in the situation. And a lot of people in my immediate environment have subscribed to that saltiness, and they like it, and they think it's funny, and they think it's validating, and they think it's all of these good things. And so I've associated that saltiness with being a thought leader. But what I realized is that when I put myself in a different context, when I'm meeting people I've never met before, and I bring that saltiness to the conversation, or I bring that saltiness to the introduction, they don't see, wow, she's smart, wow, her understanding of her circumstances is valid, wow, this, wow, that. What they see is, wow, she's salty. And of all my character traits, I don't want my saltiness to be one of the first 20 that you see. I don't want my saltiness to be the first one that I promote, which is pretty much what I was up to this week. So my big lesson here was that my reaction to a situation says more about me than it does about the situation. And bouncing that off people I've never met and an environment I've never been in really proved that to me in big ways. And finally, Saturday, day number 7. This Saturday taught me that panic and panicking is just generally unproductive. So the situation is that I'm sitting in my room in Chicago. I am already running late to the airport, which is something that I never do. I'm packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking because I can't find my debit card. I still have to return all the linens and pillows and comforter that I used. I have to recycle my trash and everything because my name's gonna be on it and I'm gonna get billed if I don't. Also, I just care about maintenance people, so I don't want to do that to them. I'm finally deciding to, just screw it, just screw all of it. I'm just gonna go to the airport and I'll be alive at the end of the day. People can survive 6 weeks without food or whatever the metric is. My supervisor calls me in the middle of it saying, I need this from you urgently. I have this big meeting coming up in 20 minutes. Now I'm sitting here knowing like there's no way I can do this. It's fine. I'll do it in the car. No, it needs Wi-Fi. So I have to do it right there. I'm already late. I'm running late. I'm panicking. I'm running all over trying to carry all these things. You see how small my hands are? I just literally can't carry all that stuff. And I'm panicking. Long story short, fast forward. Every solution I implemented are the exact same solutions I would have implemented, the same conclusions I would have come to if I never panicked. Only the panicking took up more time, took more stress, caused a reaction in my body, and I wasted a bunch of energy, a bunch of effort on panicking. So my lesson Saturday was that panicking is unproductive. It doesn't actually improve your situation in any way. It doesn't clear your mind. It doesn't allow you to focus on creating solutions. And so yeah, Saturday taught me that, wow, I used my panicking, problem-oriented allowance in January for the whole year. So that's something I'm not going to be doing anymore. And that's it for this week. Those are the 7 things I learned. If you have any comments on those, if you have any questions about those, feel free to drop it in the comments below. And I want to hear about something that you learned this week and drop that in the comments below as well. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. For more content on how to dream bigger, do better, and drop the out of any system, cycle, habit, routine, or lifestyle that is holding you back, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. After all, your best self is not a matter of waiting, it is a matter of creating.